Welcome and thanks for clicking on the link below. Thanks for joining Harriet's Above Ground Railroad YouTube channel. My name is Anthony Ross and I am the president and CEO of the Harriet Tubman Ross Foundation. The purpose of Harriet's Above Ground Railroad YouTube channel is to take the viewer on a journey through the true history of slavery from the beginning to present. It's also to increase our knowledge and understanding of systemic racism, not only in the United States, but across the world. Also, there will be a link below to the Harriet Tubman Ross Foundation. I would encourage you all not only to click the link and visit the site, but also to hit the like button here in the YouTube channel. As far as how the channel will work, basically what I'm going to do is take you through a series of facts by key major events in Black history. So I'll share with you the year of the event. I'll share with you the region that the event takes place, and then I'll walk you through the details of the event. On some of these videos, there will be questions to get you to think about the information on the materials that are covered. And hopefully at the end of a session or a video that has a question, after reviewing the facts, you'll be able to answer the question that was posed at the beginning of the video. So, without further ado, I said we go ahead and get started. In the first video, again, we'll begin our video series on a review of major events in Black history, and we're going to start in the year 1492. 1492, the New World. Blacks are among the first explorers to the New World. Pedro Alonso Nino, identified by some scholars as a Black, arrives with Columbus. Other Blacks accompanying Balboa, Ponce de Leon, Cortez, Pizarro, and Menendez on their travels and explorations. 1501, Spain. The Spanish throne officially approves the use of Black slaves in the New World. 1502, Latin America. Portugal lands its first slave cargo in the Western Hemisphere. 1513, Latin America. Spain authorizes the use of Black slaves in Cuba. 30 Blacks accompany Balboa when he discovers the Pacific Ocean. 1526, South Carolina. The first group of Blacks to set foot on what is now the United States are brought by Spanish explorers to South Carolina to erect a settlement. However, they soon flee to the interior and settle with the Native Americans. 1538, Arizona. New Mexico. Estevanico, a Black explorer, leads an expedition from Mexico into the territory of the American Southwest and is credited with the discovery of what is now Arizona and New Mexico. 1562, Hispaniola. Britain enters the slave trade when John Hawkins sells a large cargo of Blacks to Spanish planters. Though Queen Elizabeth allows Hawkins to include the figure of a bound Black in his coat of arms, she denies that he transports slaves. 1600, Latin America. Historical records indicate that by 1600, 900,000 slaves had been brought to Latin America. In the next century, 2.7 or 2,750,000 slaves are added to that total. Slave revolts in the 16th century were reported in Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, Panama, Cuba, and Mexico. 1618, England. The government grants monopolies to a group of companies established for the purpose of slave trading. 1619, Jamestown, Virginia. The forerunner of slavery in the English colonies begins with the arrival of 20 Black indentured servants aboard a Dutch vessel. Most indentured servants are released after serving a term, usually 7 years, and are allowed to own property and to participate in political affairs. 1624, New Amsterdam. The Dutch, who had entered the slave trade in 1621 with the formation of the Dutch West Indies Company, import Blacks to serve on Hudson Valley farms. According to Dutch law, the children of manumitted, freed slaves are bound to slavery. 1629 through 1637, the English colonies. Black slaves are imported into Connecticut, 1629, Maryland and Massachusetts, 1634, and New York City, 1637. 1630, Massachusetts. A law protecting slaves who free owners because of ill treatment is enacted. So, just to clarify, 1630, Massachusetts, a law protecting slaves who flee owners because of ill treatment is enacted. 1639, Salem, Massachusetts. New England seamen enter slave trade as Captain William Pierce sails to West Indies and exchanges Indian slaves for blacks. 1640 through 1650, the Western Hemisphere. Spurred by the increasing use of sugar as a money crop, the slave population of the West Indies multiplies rapidly, but growth in mainland England colonies is slow. The black slave population in Barbados, for example, grows from a few hundred in 1640 to 6,000 in 1645. But by 1649, there are only 300 black slaves in Virginia, and by 1671, only 2,000. Well, I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and hopefully you enjoyed all of the facts and the events that were covered. But let me also say this, that the history of slavery as it relates to black Africans didn't start in 1492. And I would encourage you all to research history prior to this date. And I will probably have some additional videos series later that will delve into the history of slavery prior to 1492. But I do want to leave you with these three questions before we wrap up. And the first is this: why was this group targeted to be enslaved worldwide? And why were they made to continue to suffer? Why did the rest of the world accept this behavior, governments, rulers, and religions? And lastly, why don't people realize the present day effects on these people? So, with that, I will close and I look forward to covering the next episode here shortly. Thank you. And remember to click the like and also check out the Harriet Tubman Ross Foundation when you get a chance. Bye bye.